Creation versus evolution. The cosmologists claim that they have traced our universe all the way back to within 1 millisecond of the moment of creation, which they are calling the Big Bang. They claim this event happened 15 billion years ago, plus or minus 50%. Well, that's not such a good percentage, in my opinion. They claim that atoms started forming 500,000 years after the Big Bang had its genesis, or beginnings of events, that took place only 3 or 4 minutes after the moment of creation. So they are at least using the term creation in some of their writings. They say that the present stage of the universe was caused or ushered in by the freezing of the hot plasma, which turns into atoms, less than 1 million years after the Big Bang. They say that all of these are a natural happening or process, but they do not explain natural happening. They talk about the galactic year, during which time the stars formed, planets appear, and life develops. They talk about the laws of nature operating. Well, who carried out the laws of nature? Who made these laws anyway? They do, however, use a certain formula made up of protons and neutrons, usually written as He to the third power, and a formula written as He to the fourth power as the causing of collision of nucleus and protons. And this caused an abrupt stop or change at about 500,000 years ago. They say that once they have traced the universe back to the moment of creation itself, well, what is to stop them from taking the next step and asking about what happened before the Big Bang and why the universe exists at all? Do you think they just might find God? Even the great scientists agree that they have problems with their bang theories. Now remember, it's only a theory, and that is only someone's thought. They try to explain spontaneous without realizing that even spontaneous has to have a start or a beginning. You would think that creation would be taught in our schools. The Bible even teaches us that there were dinosaurs, written of in the book of Job, and even cities, written of in the book of Jeremiah, before this age of flesh. So why isn't creation taught instead of evolution? Well, you have these so-called or self-called preachers pounding on the old judge's desk and declaring, "This earth is only 6,000 years old. God created it in 6 days, and on the 7th day he rested. It says so right here in this Bible. You just gotta believe. You just gotta have faith." Then the judge says, "God? Who is God?" Then he turns to the scientists and says, "What proof do you have for your claim for evolution?" So they bring out all their carbon dating equipment, some dinosaur bones, their samples of earth and rocks and so forth, and try with pretty good precision to state their claim. Now, lost in all of this is the fact that you don't find a fish turning into something else, a rabbit, a chicken, or any flesh thing in the process of turning into something else, not even a monkey turning into a human being. For if it was to be evolving, that would mean that some of these things, or maybe all of them, would be in the process of turning into something else other than fertilizer.